Hi everyone. I'm going to show you how to make a couple of bows today. Welcome. Can you tell me where you're from? Just making sure this is set up correctly. I'm doing a live. It's going to come on at a scheduled time today at 7 o'clock, I believe. So the things you will need are some wired ribbon. I'm going to do three different wired ribbons. That is the one. Here I'm doing, a white wired ribbon. It is a wired ribbon. It says it's a wired ribbon, but it is a very thin wired ribbon because it doesn't look like a wired ribbon to me, but it does say it's a wired ribbon. And then this is a 2.5 inch wired ribbon, and these are both 1.5 inch wired ribbon. Now this right here is floral wire you can get from Walmart. It's 26 gauge. That is what you really need for doing bows of this type. Okay, I'm going to use a pair of scissors to cut the bottom of the loops, the bottom of the ribbon. And I always like to use these when I cut this is called, I call them zigzag ribbons, pinching, oh my gosh, what are they called? Pinchings, oh my gosh. When I get on a live, I totally go blank. I'm so sorry. I do this every time. That's why I try to record. But this is what I do when I finish my ribbon at the end so it doesn't fray. Okay, so I just wanted to show you that example so you'll know why I have those. Okay, now I'm going to do I'm going to do a couple of simple bows here. So the first one I want to do is just a basic simple bow that I can show you how to make a little bow. Okay, the first thing that we do is take about, let me see, I've got a ruler here. Here's about 12 inches. Just fold it in half. Basically, there is one loop. You're going to pinch it down here at the bottom. There's about 12 inches, fold it in half, and pinch it down here at the bottom. Then bring the other side. You're going to get about approximately 12 inches, about the same as you have on the other side here. And you're going to bring it up right to where this is. Just bring it over here and pinch it right where that is. Pinch it all together. And then bring it up to see if it's about the same. If it's not, pull one side or the other to where they're about the same, okay? Now we're going to just do that again because this is both sides. Both sides of these are the same. We can do exactly the same thing again. We're just going to do another loop here. Looks like you're just going back and forth, and that's exactly what we're doing. Just going to pull this out to the same length as this other one, basically. And then pinch it down here at the bottom again. Now this side, we're doing the same thing. Making it about the same length as this other one. Barely hold it there in the middle. And then pull it to the, pull it to the exact same length. Not exactly. Nothing has to be exact. We're going to do that again. Don't hold it so tight you can't, that you're hurting your hand. Just hold it, a little pinch there in the middle. Okay, we're going to do that again. We're going to pull this up here and make a little loop. And then hold it there in the middle. And then we're going to pull it this way. And we're not doing any twisting or turning. All we're doing is going back and forth, making the loop. See, here's 3 loops. There's 3 loops. Let's make a couple more loops here. Go this in. We're just going back and forth, no twisting, no turning. Just laying the ribbon on top of each other, going back and forth. Go to this end, make another loop. There's 4 on each end. There's 5. Now we're going to do a really long one. Make sure there's 5 on both ends. And they're about the same. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Now I got to twist that around where it's straight. Okay. And now we're going to make a long one here. Not too long, you know, maybe about 12 inches. Now make sure it's straight, you know, don't twist it around there. And we're going to lay it like this. Just like you did. Exactly the same thing, except we're just making it a little longer there in the middle. And we're going to cut this here. So that's no longer attached, okay? Then we're even going to cut this here at the bottom. Okay? Now we're going to take a piece of floral wire and tie it there in the middle. Now, I don't use scissors for cutting my floral wire. I don't want to ruin my scissors, so I do use wire clips. I don't even, are these wire clips? Snip clips? I don't even remember what the name of these are. I tell you, I really do forget all the words when I get on a live. So let me twist these ribbons here. This is your wire. You want to fold it in half. Doesn't have to be exact, but I fold it in half and leave a little loop at the bottom. Okay, can you see what I'm doing? I'm going to put the little, these are the little legs, and this is the loop of the wire. Can you see that? I hope you can. I'm trying to look. Okay. Now I'm going to put these little legs inside that, and then I'm going to just pull this. Now that should be somewhere about in the middle, okay? Now this is a very basic, easy bow that you can just throw on something. You can make it for practice, whatever. Now you're going to separate these 2 little legs here, and you're going to twist them around. Take them back and forth, front to back. This is just to help secure your bow so it doesn't come untied. Because I would hate for you to do all this work on your bow and then for it to come undone. Okay, now go back here to your bow, to the back of your bow, and before you twist it really tight, you want to get a pipe cleaner. Now, of course, I had a red one laid out here, but yes, it's here. I'm sorry. I do have it. Okay. You're going to lay your pipe cleaner in here, and this is to tie it to something. If you want to tie it to a wreath, tie it to a package, whatever. If you want to tie it to something, you'll put a pipe cleaner in here. And now you can use this and twist, twist, twist. Now, because this is just one little piece of wire that you twisted, I'll go back to the back and bring it back to the front again, and I'll twist it again. And I'll do it again. I'm not getting in the way of any of this pipe cleaner. I'm just going back and forth. Back and forth, and back and forth. Now twist it a few times here, 3 or 4 or 5, whatever, and then I'm going to cut this wire off. Down to the bottom here. fold that in there at the bottom into your pipe cleaner. Now you have something to hold it with, and you have something to tie it to. Now all you would do is pull these ribbons out. Okay, now this one in here too, you want to cut this shorter. Now that you know it's secured, you want to cut it shorter, as short as you can get it. I probably wouldn't go this long with these ribbons. I just really did that basically so you could see very good. But you pull one this way and one that way. Here's another one you want to cut off. You don't want to, nobody wants to see that. Okay, but now let's start with the back here. You want to pull one that way and one this way. Now if I had more hands, if I had one more hand, I would hold one. I would use one hand to hold this and then pull ribbon with one hand this way, a bow this hand, a bow with this hand this way, a bow, a loop. These are not bows, these are loops. Pull a loop this way, a loop that way, a loop this way, you know, whichever way they want to go naturally. But you want one to go this way, one to go that way, one to go this way, one to go that way, and vice versa. These look a little shorter on this side. They could be a tad bit, but not much. But anyways, you don't want all your loops to go the same way. You just want them to go every which way. But if these were a little shorter, I believe they would look a lot better. And this ribbon is so thin, but I'm using it for example because I don't want to use my best ribbon, of course, you know, to show for example, because I'm just wasting it really. Did I cut myself? And this right here is a little pointy, so you're apt to poke yourself every now and then and hurt yourself. Now, for example, this can be, I am bleeding somewhere, a little poke, because that's on the ribbon. But anyways, that's neither here nor there. That's okay. That just happens in wreath making because of these sharp ribbons and the sharp floral wire. But anyways, that is one basic ribbon there. One basic bow. Now here at the bottom, what you would do is you would fold the tails in half. Now you would put them as short or as long as you want to. I'm going to shorten them a little bit. Fold them in half, and from the middle fold, you would fold down towards the outside at an angle and cut to make that little dovetail. I don't know why it's called a dovetail, but it is. So I'm just cutting mine a little shorter, fold it in the middle, and then from the inside out down towards the bottom, you would cut it at an angle like a V. These are not the best scissors. They've been used for about 4 years now, and I have never changed them. I've got new ones, but I don't want to use them for anything because they're new. But anyways, there's your dovetails. Now I can tie this to anything. For example, I can tie it to my bottle of water. Of course, I wouldn't use it for that, but just so you know, the point is, now there you go. This isn't a very fluffy bow because it's just one color, but if it was a big old, if it was this, it would be very pretty because it's bigger and it stands out better. And this is a very sturdy wire. This isn't a very sturdy wire, but I wanted to show you the basic bow that you can do with any kind of ribbon. Okay, so that is one ribbon. That is one bow. Okay, let me show you this bow. This is a 3-2-1 bow. You start on the bottom and you go with 3 ribbons, 3 bows on each side, 3 loops on each side, and then 2, and then 1 at the top. Okay, so this is what we're going to do. I'm going to take about 12 inches again, and I'm going to do about, I think this is about a 5-inch loop. Yeah, this is about a 5-inch loop, so this is about 10 inches really that I used to do this loop. Now I'm going to put it here and fold it right in half. Pinch it here at the bottom. Now this is called a hand bow, okay? I'll show you with the Bowdabra in just a little bit. But this is a hand bow. Now, this is the same on both sides as well, okay? But do you see how I've got that held? Okay. Now you're going to bring this up from the back and do the same thing. You're going to put about the same amount over to that side. So there's one loop on each side. Now we're going to twist this. This is the same on both sides. Let me see. Well, that does appear to be the middle. So we're going to twist this. Can you see? This is the back of the ribbon, the part that you want facing you. So we're going to twist it towards the middle. So that's in the middle now. So we're going to make that loop. And then hold this here. This is what I use my Bowdabra for because I have carpal tunnel on both hands. I don't know if you can see my hand shaking or not, but don't worry about that. I've already had surgery on my hand just recently. So I'm going to put it in my Bowdabra to hold it down. Okay. Now this is the back. Okay, yeah, now I need to twist it again because this is the back and now this is the center again. We're going to turn that towards the middle. Maybe I better just do this with the Bowdabra because you can see it better and my hands are shaking really bad. I'm so sorry. Let me do that over here, okay? Okay, this is the Bowdabra. You can get this anywhere. No, you can't get it anywhere. I just looked it up and you're not able to get it anywhere. It has glitter all over it, so pardon my glitter. If you work in the craft room, I'm sure you have glitter everywhere too. So this is a 3-2-1 bow. We're going to get a piece of floral wire. Pretty long. Because you're going to wrap it around that a few times. I'm going to say about 20 inches long. And then you're going to fold it in half. My hands are shaking way too bad today to do that by hand. I'm sorry. I could do it and make it be fine, but not to demonstrate. Okay, you're going to take your wire, fold it in half like we did a while ago, and you're going to put it down in the middle of your Bowdabra. Yeah. Let me stop that. Okay, now, since that's there, we're going to do the 3-2-1 bow. Okay, let me figure out which one is the back, which one is the front of this. Okay, this is the inside. Okay, you're going to lay the inside of your ribbon down inside here. And you're going to make your, however long you want your ribbons, your loops to be, okay? I want mine to be about 5 to 6 inches long. Yeah, about that long right there. Let me see how long they are. They're 5 inches long. Okay. Now you lay it down in there and you lay the middle in there. You pinch the middle right here and you lay it down in there. You lay the first side and then you just fold it over and lay it down in there. Now right here in the middle, when you put it here and you take it to the other side, you flip it up. Flip it, like you just twist it around and lay it in there. Now we have the middle of the bow here again. Now we're going to take this over here and we're going to do 5 inches on this side, okay? And when we put it here in the middle, we're just going to twist it so it will be ready. And let's see if this is 5 inches here as well. I believe it is. Let me double check this. Here's your wand to hold down your ribbon if you need to leave it for a minute or if it's getting too full. That way, I think these are about $25 if I'm not mistaken. Back when I bought mine about 4 or 5 years ago, I think they were $20. I'm not sure exactly. It's been so long. But anyways, let me continue. Yes, these are the same. So, okay, now we twisted that there. So now the inside is here again. This is the inside. As you can see, there's some, you can see the, let me see, what is this? It's probably called a twine, that the what they sew this with. I'm not sure exactly, but I can see it here on the inside, so I know it's the inside. So when I go here to lay down this loop again, I'm going to fold it here, like pinch it up in the middle, and I want it to be the same size as this. So I'm going to push it down in here and make it the same size as this one. Okay, so it seems to be the same size. Okay, that's good. So I'm going to put it down in there, and then I'm going to twist this, flip it up. So I've got the inside of the bow, because you don't want to have the outside of the bow showing to the outside where people sees that, okay? And then I'm going to go to the center again and pinch it up in the middle. Try to make these loops the same size. And then I will twist it again in the middle where the inside of the bow is in the middle. Okay, pull that a little bit so it's the same. Okay, now here's the inside of my bow. I've got two. Now we're going on our third loop. So we're going to have 3 on each side of this bottom one. Now that is about the same size as that. We're twisted it here. We've twisted it here. Now the inside of this is there. So now we've got 3 on this side, and we're about to have 3 on this side. Twist it there. And there we go. There's 3 on each side. Okay, now I've got 3 on each side. Do I want tails? Do you want, yeah, it's called tails. Oops, I'm so sorry. Do you want tails on this? Yes, we do. So this is what I like to do. I don't want to cut that yet. I want to see how long I want my tails. I want them to be about this long. So I want to put this up in here, and that's what I will tie in the with the floral wire when I get done. And I'll cut this, and that's where I will have my tails. I can go ahead and do that now and put them their own different ways. Put that up there. Those are really too long, but I can cut those later, okay? Now, we've got 3 loops on each side. Yeah, this is way too long. That'll bother me. Okay, I hope you understand so far, but if you don't, we're doing another one here right after this. It's not going to be 3 loops, it will be 2. That's why it's called a 3, 2, 1. This is 3. This is 1, 2, 3 loops on each side. Here's 3, 1, 2, 3. 3 loops. Now we'll go for 2. Let me see. I like this one, but I really like this one to show more. So I'll do this one and let this be my one on top. Okay, now we're going to start with this. Okay, this is what I should have done a while ago. Okay, normally when I do any kind of bow, I always start with the leg hanging out here, okay? And then I twist my bow. I'm not going to do it like this because I've already started like this. I just want to show you. But I can do it again in a minute in a different kind of bow. Okay, but this is how I started. I started here, and then I did a loop. Now I'm going to do them all about the same, just a tiny, teeny bit smaller. Okay. Now, tiny little bit smaller. Now you twist it here in the center, flip it towards you or backwards, it doesn't matter. Let me throw this over here on the floor, or in my lap. Now I'm going to twist it towards me. This is the 1.5 inch. Now the inside is in the center. And we're going to do 2 loops on each side of this. Put that down in the center and then flip it up where the inside is in the center. We're going to do that again. The inside is in the center. The pretty part is on the outside. Now we're going to flip this up where the inside is in the center. I'm going to pinch this down and put it down in here. Okay, now we've got 2 on each side. Now we just need to do our tails. Okay, now what I like to do, let me push this down here for, I don't want it to pop up out of there. Now we're going to do our tails. So I'm going to come around with this and put it in here. I think that will be just fine right there. And I'll cut it down here. And I'll also cut it here where I can let go of the wire ribbon. Okay, now I'm going to do 1 loop on each side of the white ribbon. Okay, let me take that out of there. Okay, I hope you're understanding and getting everything. Okay, now we're going to do 1 loop on each side. Now this is both the same on the inside, but I like to keep the same pattern. Okay, now we're going to do 1 loop on this side, fold it over, and just do a little bit smaller, just because this really is the accent. And then flip it over, and then add the other side, and then make a little bow, a little loop here. Then we're going to take this up here and flip it right in here, and it makes our I've got to get some more scissors for my ribbon. I just don't want to use good scissors on my ribbon. I want to pass down the bad scissors. But anyways, okay, do you see how I've done this? One loop of this kind of ribbon, 2 loops of this kind of ribbon, and then 3 loops of this kind of ribbon. Whoops, let me get this out of the way. It's a little distracting. 1, 2, and 3. And it's the same on both sides. That's why it's called 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, and then 1 little white one. Okay, now what you want to do is take your little wand, push it down in there, make sure they're all good together. This right here needs to be taken off as small as you can get it without cutting it too short. That's why I don't like to do it this way. I don't know why I started that way. I never start that way unless I don't want loops. But okay, let me go ahead and get let me make sure that's long enough on both sides. Okay, now I want to get the wire out from underneath. And then pull it up. Can you see the little loop there? And here's the legs. If they're out of whack, going all crazy, I kind of twist them together. And then pull it inside. Put the little legs inside of the hole. Then you pull it up. Whoopsie. There. I don't know why I did that. But anyways, I did. So it's going to stay like that because we already did it. Then pull it together. And now it will stay. We're going to twist it around to the back where you don't see all the work from the wires. Okay, well first we're going to put this back in there. but we're going to add it to the back. This little leg fell out. This little leg went to the market. No, okay. Anyways, that little leg fell out. We're going to put it back in there, but I'm going to show you the right way to do it in a minute. I have no idea why I did it that way. I never do it that way. But it can be done that way, and some people do it that way, but I don't do it that way because I don't like my little pieces of ribbon to show, and I don't like to have to worry about cutting it off. But like I said, it can be done that way. As you see, I've done it that way. And now, once I tighten this up, you'll never even know. Okay. Now, let me make sure these are right where I want them before I tighten it all the way. I see a little piece of ribbon here that I need to cut short. Okay. Here's one on the back. It cuts this thicker ribbon really good, but that thin wire it doesn't. The thin ribbon it doesn't. Okay, now we're going to separate these wires and wrap them around. Okay, let me wrap it around once or twice all the way like this. Is that white one about to come out again? Okay, well, see, I'm glad I checked it before I wrapped it around. This little white one from the back is about to come out. I want to go ahead and poke it back in there before I do all this work. Okay. Great. Okay. Now, let me wrap this around once or twice. And then I'll separate these wires and go opposite ways. Okay, they're separated. Now I'm going to go one this way and one that way. One this way. Oh, that's the wrong way. One this way and one that way. Okay, and now I'll twist it. Twist, twist, twist. Let's see, it got a little twisted in here and it's got a little piece standing up. Let me make sure that's right. Okay, I'll just twist it, and twist it. Okay. Now I need to put a little floral wire, a piece of little pipe cleaner in here before I do it all the way up. Go around one more time. Well, I'll go ahead and do it all the way now because I'm finished with the wire. Okay, now what I want to do is twist all this back in place. Looks like I've got the white twisted around. Get this around here. Make sure the white don't pull out. I'm sure it's not going to. It's twisted in there. But okay, now we'll start from the back and we'll pull this. Pull this. You see how these wired ribbon, more substantial wired ribbon, stays better than the white? Sorry about that. Don't you love spam calls? Okay, and that cut pretty good. Isn't this a pretty Valentine bow? Okay. Now we got that one. Put your when you want to fluff a bow, put your fingers in each loop, open it up, and pull it open. It really fluffs the bow. And pull each loop to different sides. Pull one way and then one the other way. Helps liven up the bow. You can almost take any bow, undo it, and redo it with the same ribbon. You can iron it out. That's what I like to do. Iron it out and redo your ribbon with the same ribbon, and it looks so lively and so fresh. Now, can you see how pretty this looks? Well, that needs to be hidden, but I don't want to cut it off any shorter, really, because I don't want it to come out. Okay, I got that. There's the 3, 2, 1, but I am going to cut these a little shorter. Is that really? Oh my gosh. I am going to cut these a little shorter though. And cut these at an angle. From the center, you fold it in half. Your loops, you want them to be at all different angles. That way they don't look, I don't know, you know, they just look better when they're at all different angles. They look natural that way. Oh, it says somebody's at the front door. I don't think so. Okay, what do you think about the ribbon? The bow. Do you like this bow? This is bow number 2. Now the point of the 3, 2, 1 is there are 3 in the back. Then 2, these 2 are supposed to be in between each one of those. And then the 1 is supposed to be in the middle of the 2. You see how I mean? 3 and then 2. Of course, they don't always stay there, but that is the point, you know. Okay, let me show you one more. And I'll do this one by hand with the better ribbons. Okay, let me clean up my mess here. Okay, we won't use the Bowdabra unless we have to use it only for, to hold the ribbons by hand, okay? Let's use this one here. I want to show you how to do a pretty bow by hand. Okay, you start with a tail here. This is almost, okay, we're going to do a 10-inch tail. That's a 10-inch tail. And then we'll do a 10-inch loop. So that means that's a 5-inch loop. And we'll do a 10-inch long piece. That's another 10-inch long piece, which makes a 5-inch loop. Okay, so a 10-inch tail, a 5-inch loop. Now we'll twist this here to put the middle in the center. Do another 10-inch piece here to do another 5-inch loop. Okay, they're the same. Okay, now you want to twist this again to put the center in the middle in the middle. Put this, pinch it, and then hold it in the middle. And then twist it so you put the center in the middle. Do another 10-inch piece, so you can do a 5-inch loop. That might be a little short there. I hope you can tell what I'm doing. If you don't, please ask, and I'm happy to tell you. I'll be in the comments all day. Okay, now we're going to flip this again. So we have the center in the middle. 5 inches. A 5-inch loop. And then we'll do that again. Flip. Put the center in the middle. So you have another 5-inch loop. Now there's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 on each side. Now we'll pull this down where we have another tail. We'll use a piece of floral wire. Fold it in half. Put it right there where your fingers are. Pull these down to the front. You don't want to tie those to the back, of course. And then twist your floral wire. And then cut this off. I had done a whole string of videos of bows, and then I got a new phone and I didn't get all my videos over because they said I had too much stored on my old phone, which was 25,000 photos and over 300 and something, almost 400 videos. So I didn't get them all, but I got most of my photos, which are mainly screenshots and photos of my grandbabies. So that's okay. It's okay. I can redo these. And the videos I had to let go was videos I've already put on YouTube, or I've got saved somewhere else. So that's okay. Okay, now I'm separating this so I can see where I need to put these, or I need to twist this around. Okay, so now I'm just going to twist this around a couple times to make sure that doesn't come apart. I'm going to show you a little secret here that we do in the bow world. Now I'm going to leave that there, that way, just like that for now. I'm going to make sure everything's where I need it on each side. Let me turn on my glue gun. Okay, my glue gun is on. Now I'm fluffing up my little loops here. Now there is 3 loops on each side. They're not all exactly the same, which is okay because they're kind of just whimsical and fun. I love this ribbon here. I think it's so pretty. And just fun for Valentine's Day. You can put it on any package or anything. A box of chocolate, a teddy bear, anything. It's just so fun. And you can either, with your tails, let me show you. You can cut them like this so they won't, what is the word? They won't fray, and they won't have the little wires sticking out, and then you can start turning them, twisting them up in a little circle. Twist them up to the top. See, here's where the little wires stick out. Am I close enough for you to see? And they hurt you. So I really like for the wires to be twisted up if they can be. Yeah, oh, there was that one too. Because they're painful. Especially when you deal with them a lot. But anyways, we'll twist these up. Well, there it is. It hid from me, and there it is. Okay, well, I got you after all. I got him. Okay, and then I'll show you what we're going to do with that in just a moment. But right now, I'm going to cut a little piece of ribbon. I'm going to fold it just where nothing shows, like the wire doesn't show or anything. As soon as that gets heated up, I will glue this shut, and then I will wrap it around this. I didn't know I was going to be doing this bow. I will wrap it around this and close it in the back, and look how finished that bow looks. Isn't that pretty? And then I'll show you the secret with these in a minute. Let me see if this is hot enough. Oh, it's already starting to get hot. Okay. Let me show you here. Okay, you want to put a little heat there, a little on top. Okay, and then we'll put a little on the back. I can't believe how fast that heat gun heated up. I just recently started using it. And then we're going to wrap it around to the back and cover all that wire up. You would never know the wire was there. Hold it there for just a second while you're fluffing up the bows, the ribbons, the loops. Always put your fingers and hands and whatever you need to in there to fluff those up. And then we're going to hold it by that, and then hold the little point on the end of your loop here. And look at your little ribbon, your little bow. Isn't that adorable? You can do it as big as you want to, you know. I was just trying to show you the premise of the bow. Let me lay it down here so you can see it. Okay, there's that one. Now, if those are too twisty for you, you can loosen them a little. I always like to bend mine a little bit. Sometimes if I don't fold them, if I don't twist them, I'll do something like that. So it looks very cute. I just like that. But I also like the twisted look. If you've watched this video to this point, can you put a red or a pink heart and tell me which bow you like the most? I would really appreciate that. If you like the video, please subscribe to my channel. You'll be getting a lot more of these videos. Now, let me show you my bows here. Now, this was just an impromptu. Trying to get some bow videos out there because I lost all my others. Can you see that one there? Okay, and then let me get the bigger one. Okay, we'll say this one is 1, the white one is 1, this one is 2, and this one is 3. Which one do you like the best? Well, they're all different bows for different reasons, so you could possibly like them all. I hope you do. And we'll always make more bows. I hope you all have a great day. Thank you so much for joining me. And please like my video, subscribe, and please come back and see me. Thank you so much. Have a great day, guys. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.